Hi, this is the Black Mormon Reader, and I'll be reading verses from the 51st chapter of Alma. And it came to pass in the 25th year of the reign of judges over the people of Nephi, that peace between the people of Lehi and Marion concerning their lands had been established. Nevertheless, they did not maintain an entire peace in the land for very long. For there began to be a contention among the people concerning the chief judge, Paraharan. For there were a part of the people who were not desirous that a few particular points of the law, should be altered. But Paharan would not alter the law. He did not hearken to those who had sent their voices with petitions concerning the altering of the law. Therefore, those who were desirous that the law should be altered were angry with him, and desired that he should no longer be chief judge over the land. Therefore there arose a warm dispute concerning the matter, but not unto bloodshed. And it came to pass that those who were desirous that Paharan should be dethroned were called king's men, for they were desirous that a king should be established and the free government should be overturned. And those who were desirous that Paharan should remain chief judge over the land took upon themselves the name of free men, and thus was a division among them, for the free men had sworn to maintain their rights and their privilege of their religion by a free government. And it came to pass that this matter of their contention was settled by the voice of the people. The voice of the people came in favor of the free man, and Pahoran retained the judgment seat, which caused many rejoicing among the brethren of Pahoran, and also many of the people of liberty, who put the liberty, who put the voice of the king men to silence, that they durst not oppose, but were obliged to maintain the choice of freedom. Now those who were in favor of kings were those of high birth, and they sought to be kings, and they were supported by those who sought power and authority over the people. But this was a critical time for such contentions to be among the people of Nephi. For behold, Machaliah had began stirring up the hearts of the Lamanites against the Nephites, and he was gathering together soldiers from all parts of his land, and arming them, and preparing them for war with all diligence, for he had sworn to drink the blood of Moroni. Now his armies were not great as they had heretofore been, because of the many thousand who had been slain by the hands of the Nephites. But notwithstanding their great loss, Micaiah had gathered together a wonderful great army, insomuch that he feared not to come into the land of Zarahemla. Yea, even Micaiah himself came down at the head of the Lamanites. And it came to pass that when the men who were called the king's men had heard that the Lamanites were coming into battle against them, they were glad in their hearts, and they refused to take up arms, for they were so wroth with the chief judge and also with the people of liberty, that they would not take up arms to defend their country. And it came to pass when Moroni saw this, he was exceedingly wroth because of the stubbornness of those people whom he had labored with so much diligence to preserve. his soul was filled with anger. And it came to pass that he sent a petition unto the governor of the land to give him power to compel those dissenters to defend their country or die. And it came to pass that it was granted according to the voice of the people. And it came to pass that Moroni commanded that his army should go against the king's men to pull down their pride and their nobility and level them with earth, or they should take up arms and support the cause of liberty. And it came to pass that the armies did march forth against them, and did pull down their pride and their nobility, insomuch that as they did lift their weapons of war to fight against the men of Moroni, they was hewn down and leveled to the earth. And it came to pass that there were 4,000 of those dissenters who were hewn down by the sword, and those of their leaders who were not slain in battle were taken and cast into prison, for they had no times for trials. And the remainder of those dissenters, rather than be smitten down to the earth by the sword, yielded to the standard of liberty, and were compelled to hoist the title of liberty upon their towers and in their cities, and to take up arms in defense of their country. And thus Moroni put an end to those king men. And thus he put an end to the stubbornness and the pride of those people who profess the blood of nobility. They were brought down to humble themselves like unto their brethren, and to fight valiantly for their freedom from bondage. Behold, it came to pass that while Moroni was thus breaking down the wars and contention among his people, behold, the Lamanites had come into the land of Moroni, which was on the borders by the seashore. And it came to pass that the Nephites were not sufficiently strong in the city of Moroni. Therefore, Amalickiah did drive them, slaying many, and took possession of the cities, yea, the possession of all of their fortifications. And those who fled out of the city of Moroni came to the city of Nephiah, and also the people of the city of Lehi gathered themselves together and made preparation to receive the Lamanites in battle. But it came to pass that Amalickiah would not suffer that the Lamanites to go against the city of Nephiah to battle, and kept them down by the seashore, leaving men in every city to maintain and defend it. And thus he went on, taking possessions of many cities, the cities of Nephiah, the cities of Lehi, and the cities of Marathon, and the cities of Onar, and the city of Gid, and the city of Molech, and all of which were on the east borders by the seashore. And thus the Lamanites obtained by the cunning of Amalickiah so many cities, all which were strongly fortified after the manner of fortification of Moroni, and all which afforded strongholds for the Lamanites. And it came to pass that they marched into the borders of the land of Bountiful, driving the Nephites before them, and slaying many. But it came to pass that they were met by Tincum, who had slain Moriton, and had headed his people in his fight. And it came to pass that he headed Amalickiah also, as he was marching forth with his numerous armies, that he may take possession of the land of Bountiful, and also the land northward. But he met with disappointment by being repulsed by Tincum and his men, for they were great warriors. For every man of Tincum did exceed the Lamanites in their strength and in their skill of war, insomuch that they did gain advantage over the Lamanites. And it came to pass that they did harass them so much that they did slay them even until dark. And it came to pass that Tincum and his men did pitch their tent on the borders of the land of Bountiful, and Amalickiah did pitch his tents in the borders on the beach by the seashore. And it came to pass that when night had come, Tincum and his servants stole forth and went out by night, and went into the camp of Amalickiah, and behold, sleep had overpowered them because of their great fatigue, which was caused by the labors of the heat of the day. And it came to pass that Tencom stole privately into the tents of the king, and put a javelin into his heart, and he did cause the death of the king immediately, that his servants did not that it did not awaken his servants. And he returned again privately to his own camp, and behold, his men were asleep. And he awoke them and told them all the things he had done. And he caused that his army should stand in readiness, lest the Lamanites had awakened and come upon them. And thus ended the 25th year of the reign of judges over the people of Nephi, and thus ended the days of Amalickiah.